So, I watched Fast and the Furious last night. I watched whichever Fast and the Furious has Jason Statham is the villain, Jason Statham is the bad guy. It's, okay, spoilers, because I'm going to be discussing it, so if you don't want to be spoiled for this movie that came out years ago, fucking change the channel, do something else. Okay, so anyways, like, what the fuck's the point of these movies? Like, seriously, what the fuck's going on here? You have these characters, they're doing things that arguably the point of this activity would be that it would kill someone. Like, there's a point where the fucking Vin and Jason Statham play chicken in their cars, but neither one of them chickens out. So they just have a full-on fucking collision, a collision that would murder the people. Like there's no fucking way you'd survive it. And not only do they both survive it, but they survive it with absolutely no injuries whatsoever. Like, they're not breathing hard, they're not dusty or dirty, neither one of them like coughs up some blood or shit like that. Like, it's nothing. And like, okay, that's funny if we're talking about movies, like, oh, what a silly thing in that action movie, but like, look at that sunrise, that's pretty nice. Here comes John Lennon, here comes the sun. What the fuck's the, like, hey man, if these dudes are absolutely bulletproof and can't be killed and like have Wolverine healing factors, not even Wolverine healing factors, they're just not injured, they're fucking Colossuses from the X-Men. What are we getting out of this? Like, what's the fucking point? Like, if characters don't suffer, like, they don't even go like, oh man, that hurt, now I gotta get up and hit you even harder. It's like, that didn't even hurt me. Whatever, bro, whatever, I'm a fucking whatever. I don't understand how that's fun to watch. I find that very boring, that kind of action, you know? I wind up thinking of shit like, okay, what are my high benchmarks for good action? Like the hammer sequence in Old Boy, or fucking any sequence in The Raid, or sequences in the first Kill Bill, because the second one isn't as much martial arts, it's more of a cowboy western kind of thing, not that it's not as good as the first one. Anyways, you kind of want to see your characters fucking bleed and show humanity and like struggle to overcome stuff. These guys never overcome fucking shit, man. They're just fucking like powerhouses. They're just like dudes who have the invincibility setting on. So why am I impressed? It's like watching somebody do a fucking like, hey, want to watch me fucking finish GTA? I won't take any damage at all. Like, oh, you must be really good at it. Like, no, I just turned on the cheats. Like, well, that's not really impressive or fun to watch, is it? So, I don't know, man. I know these Fast and Furious movies, like, obviously, fuck me, they're very profitable and people love them, but I don't see what you're getting out of it. I don't see what I get out of this when there's no impact. There's, like that's the fucking fun. We always go back to, like, it's fucking Bruce Willis cutting up his feet in Die Hard and being like, ow, my fucking feet hurt. Like, that humanizes this dude. These dudes we're like leaning hard in the other direction. It's like watching a fucking Itchy and Scratchy cartoon, except at least in Itchy and Scratchy cartoon, there's blood and guts. There's nothing in this. Like, it's just two CG people, it almost feels like, just pounding on each other. Like, there was the one where what's-her-name fights fucking the other what's-her-name, fucking Ronda Rousey and Letty. Leticus is her real name? Is that a real name? Anyway, it just, if they're not bleeding, if they're just like, I fell 7,000 feet to my death. I better straighten my tie. My shirt isn't even askew. Like, who's having fun here? Who's having a good time? I don't feel like I don't know, maybe the stuntmen are having a good time getting to perform it, but like, I don't know. Very silly movie. The writing is next level terrible. It is fun watching the actors do stuff, but like, you can kind of tell nobody's on set at the same time together, so there's no sense of chemistry. It's just all these people being filmed alone or in pairs, and then it's clearly been stitched together in editing, so you kind of lose. I keep going back to, like, I'm not a big fan of the Ocean's movies, but at least you get to see an ensemble cast being charming together. You don't even really fucking get that in this, so the action isn't really good, and the camaraderie comedy stuff isn't very good. So what is this? What is the fucking charm? What's the allure of these movies? The fucking dudes in them, the cars, the close-ups on fucking little girl butts, like, holy shit, man. I don't know. I don't get it. Not my deal. But I watched it. I stayed awake for it. That's a pretty impressive feat in and of itself these days. So, fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fucking movies, dude. Movies are something else, ain't they? Anyway, that's my review. That's my take. That's how I felt about the experience of watching a thing. Yep. Whee! Oh, it's like we're romantically in love with each other and we're spinning around like that scene in Titanic or whatever that fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is they splice the GIF in with. I'm kind of dizzy. Anyway, let's go make sure the dogs aren't being bad. Oh, they're totally going to be bad.